Well, welcome back to WMAX TV and Maximize Your Wealth Now. I'm so excited to be here with you again. And guess what? I am with my mentor of 20 years, Robert Allen. Hi, Robert.
Oh, Shirley, it's great to be here with you. And we're going to share some powerful information for you.
Yes, we are. And I spend so much time because most of you know I'm a certified financial educator. And so I spend a lot of time teaching people about multiple streams of income. And guess where I got all that information? I bet you thought I was so smart. Look who I'm with. And that's why I say he's been my mentor for so many years. So, Robert, tell me, what made you write that book? Because it's changed my life, and I'm sure millions of others too.
Thank you very much. Uh, the first book was Nothing Down, which is a proven program that shows you how to buy real estate with little or no money down. And that was a huge bestseller. And then Creating Wealth, also a multi-million copy bestseller, New York Times #1 for both of those books. And as an author, you're always looking for, like, what's the next book going to be? The concept of multiple streams of income just kind of popped into my head. Actually, it was Nightingale Conant who had some audio programs that they were bugging me for a new program, and I'm thinking, what am I going to write about? And just like multiple, we need to, because real estate was the first way, and then as I broadened out to many other ways, so multiple streams of income was first an audio program, and then it became a book, and it's become a huge bestseller. And like you said, you're using the word multiple streams of income. You find that all over the world, or people using that specific phrase. But the concept is everybody needs multiple streams of income. If you lose one stream of income, what are you going to do? And most people only have one job. Maybe if there's a couple, they've got two jobs. And if you lose one job, you're in deep trouble. And so you need not only two, but you need side streams of income, and you want streams of income that flow in while you sleep. In other words, you don't want to be there making that money. You don't want a third job. You don't want a fourth job. You want a stream of income that works by itself. And those are hard to establish. I'm not saying that they're easy, but the point is you have to set that as your mindset, to on the side create a side stream that can be permanent and can flow in while you sleep.
Absolutely. And I talk all the time about even if you have a job, have a business on the side.
Yep.
Because having a job means you're in the highest tax bracket, right? And
Yep.
if you have a business, you get to have a lot to write off.
Absolutely.
Like this beautiful office here.
Yeah, there's a lot to write off.
Yes, absolutely.
Too much to write off.
So the thing about multiple streams of income really changes your life. And I've built my whole life around this. And some of you know I've been penniless too. And that doesn't mean you're always going to be penniless. If you're always thinking of the multiple streams of income, then you're always in really good shape, right?
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. Well, I've been penniless too. When you're an entrepreneur, sometimes you take risks you shouldn't take.
Yes.
And you end up on the street and you start all over again. But what's powerful about being an entrepreneur is that you can lose it several times because you can make big money. So the point is the kind of money you make, if this needs to be in your head. If you look at all kinds of ways of earning income, do they require that you be there? If you have to be there in order to make money, then that's just like another job.
Absolutely.
And most business people, they make that kind of money. It's temporary money because if they stop working, the money stops. And this is the problem with most businesses. They're moms and pops are working night and day, and if they get sick, the stream stops, and that's the last thing you want. You want to work hard so that the streams can continue and perpetuate themselves. And so that's one of the reasons that multiple streams of income talks about 10 specific ways of making different streams of income. There's real estate ways, and there's the stock market ways, and there's licensing ways, and network marketing ways, and there's 10 ways that I talk about in there. And you go through and you read and you figure out which one resonates with you. But then you start with that one, and then you add another one, and then you add a third one. So I want you to have 3, 4, or 5 streams of income that that eventually if you lose one, you go, darn it, but you have two or three others that'll still fill up that slack. So that's what it means.
You go, darn it, I learned something, right?
The education, life university, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Been to that one. I've got a multiple doctor's degree in that one.
Yeah, me too. Yes, exactly. So you wrote another book about how to have multiple streams of income on the internet. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Well, that one was written in 2002, and of course, things have changed since
A
2002.
lot.
And what's fun to watch as you read through multiple streams of internet income, you probably could get that on Amazon for a penny or something. One of these used books. The theory, the fundamentals are all correct. It's just that all the websites have changed and everything else. But the point is, you want to have streams of income that have a website up so that 24 hours a day, 7 billion people in the world can find you if they're Googling for you. And then you want to have something that can be delivered on the internet. And it's either some product or some service or some information that's your stream, that's something you've created. For me, it's information. I want information because everybody is looking for solutions to problems every day. In the next 60 seconds, a million people will Google for something.
That's right.
And therefore, you want a tiny little sliver of those million people to be searching for what you have, the solutions that you have to the problems that they have. And when they find you, they'll come to the first page and very rarely past that, maybe 2 pages into Google. But if you can get yourself to appear there, then they'll click on you and they say, oh, I like their solution. So the internet is obviously a way that's 24 hours a day.
Absolutely. And that's why I talk to all of you about massive visibility for massive income, right?
Nice.
That's my
That's
tagline.
what we're doing right now.
That's exactly what we're doing right
Massive
now.
visibility.
Exactly.
And you're part of it. Wow.
4.3 million just in Voice America TV.
No kidding.
Yes, Hopi. So yes, we are talking all about massive visibility right now, and that's what I teach entrepreneurs is how to be the go-to guest expert
Yes.
in their field of expertise. What do you think about that?
Well, my favorite cartoon is 2 dogs sitting at a computer screen. And one dog is talking to the other dog, who seems to not be able to understand how the internet works. And the one dog says to the other dog, on the internet, nobody knows you're a dog. So
That's great.
It's one of my favorite cartoons because, most people start off from saying, well, who am I? How will they, I don't have any credentials. And what I'm trying to say is you could be a dog and make money on the internet.
Exactly.
You have, if they discover your solution and it's couched in a way that it's slightly different than all the other different options. If you can make yourself look unique in a way and have your own personality, your own massive visibility, then you have 7 billion people. Well, at this point, probably 2 or 3 billion people have access to
easily.
the internet.
Yeah.
And therefore, if you just need 1% of that. You just need 30 or 40 million. That's all.
That's all.
Okay, maybe 1/100th of 1%. I'll tell you the number you need. You need 10,000. You say that's a fairly small number, or you might say, well, that's a huge number. How am I going to find 10,000 people? Well, 10,000 people are Googling this second, right now, for the solution that you have to their problem, right now. So when you put yourself out there and learn how to market yourself like she does, then they reach you, and eventually you build this little list, 100 people, 200 people, 300, 500,000, 10,000. And then we have a list of 10,000 fans. Every time you push the button to let them know you're around, 1% of those people are going to want to pay you some money. And 1% of 10,000 is 100. So if your product is a $10 product, then you're going to make $1,000 every time you push that button. If your product is a $100 product, you'll make $10,000 every time they push that button. Is it easy to set that up? No, of course not. It requires a lot of reorganizing your thinking
Funneling.
and funneling and all that stuff.
Funneling.
Yeah.
You know that
So
magic word,
in
funneling?
multiple streams of income, there is a chapter on infopreneuring, information marketing, with all kinds of funnels and graphs and charts and exactly how you become an information marketer. The word infopreneur, I created that in the 80s, and people have been using it ever since. So infopreneur is what you might want to be.
Yes, absolutely. And you really want to pick this book up because it changed my life. And even when I was penniless, I knew I was never really going to stay that way because there were always multiple streams of income
There
out
you go.
there. I just had to figure out which ones were the right ones for
Yeah,
me.
there you go. It has to resonate with who you are, with your
Absolutely.
purpose in life. You know, she's obviously found her purpose. She loves to do this. Can
Hmm.
you tell? Okay. So that's why she's good. So you got to find a passion that resonates with you, and then that will resonate with, just like a tuning fork. It'll resonate the tuning forks of people who are out there in the world who will start to say, I like their vibe. I like who they are. I like the message. I like them. That's a dog I could hang with.
Hmm.
So that's how you find your people, and that's what she's done.
Okay.
Yeah, you do want to find out what their language is, but first you start with your language. In other words, what resonates with you?
Hmm.
Because if you're trying to be what they want, that's not authentic. So the reason that I speak this language and I speak it is, this is who I am. This is what I believe. I believe it to the core of my heart. And therefore, I'm not trying to say this so you like me. I don't care if you like me. This is the song I'm going to sing, period. If you like this song, great. If you don't like this song, go find somebody else's song. But this is what I sing, period. This is my song. And because I don't want you to try to say what they want to hear. No, it starts from your core, and I call it purpose, which is when you discover what you're good at,
Hmm.
you discover what you love to do, you discover what's important to you, and you discover what you believe is your destiny. So what you're good at is your talents and your passions and your values and your destiny. And essentially, you ask those pretty tough questions. They're really kind of life-altering questions, like who am I and why am I here
Hmm.
and where am I going and what is my song and what is my gift? And then when you give that gift, it's because it's the only gift you can give, frankly. And therefore, when you give it, you say, I hope somebody likes it, you know. Yeah, you can tweak your languaging, and this is back to marketing. You can tweak it
Hmm.
so that it becomes more persuasive, but it still needs to come from you. It needs to come from who you are. So my message is about money. I like money, you know,
Me
and
too.
but for many years I didn't. I liked the money, but I was feeling that's a bad thing. Some of these books you see here are all financial, are all spiritual books, and people say you can't be a spiritual person and be rich. I mean, that's not God doesn't like that. And I kind of felt that way for many years, to tell you the truth. I felt guilty about it, but I finally resolved it. I asked for forgiveness instead of permission. What do you think? You have all these opportunities given to you. This is your song, so go sing it. You know,
Hmm.
in other words, don't be guilty about it. Say it in the right way, but teach it what I call the enlightened way to wealth. So the subtitle of that one is The Enlightened Way to Wealth. Is there such a thing? Do enlightened and wealth go in the same sentence? And the answer is yeah, I think they do. In other words, you can create wealth that's good wealth.
Hmm.
It's dangerous. Well, money is dangerous. It is the most dangerous drug on the planet. As soon as you get a lot of it, you start to thinking you're really cool, that
Mm.
you're the one who did it. And I did that once and lost it all and had to learn that I didn't do it all,
Absolutely.
and so it humbled me very, very much. And then starting with the enlightened way is like when you make money, you got to give away the first 10%.
That's right.
Give it away. make the world a better place, and don't give it to yourself first. Give it away that first 10%,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's the money's inoculated. Frankly, it's like you're inoculated from money because you're willing to give first, and this is a hard lesson for most people to learn.